When I first came to London, I rented a room in this shared house. My life was turned into a complete and utter hell. There were Russian speakers, but of course at the time, I had no knowledge and understanding. They did drugs, they did prostitution, they were into fake money. It was just absolutely awful. And I literally escaped from that household. I don't know how I escaped in one piece. And all of those people, they were Ukrainians. They tried to convince me and talk me into the benefits of prostitution, because although it was not very glamorous, but I could still do it. The financial reward at the end of it was extremely great. They did drugs, they did fake money. Honestly, it was just awful. Then I moved to Birmingham, and I swore at the time that I didn't want anything to do with Russian speakers. And of course, I totally forgot that those Russian speakers were not the Russians, they were the Ukrainians. When the war started between Russia and Ukraine, I, of course, was extremely upset and deeply traumatized, and I kept questioning why it got to that point, really, because I always considered us the same. And of course, me being me and questioning this, I started to speak to many people. So I spoke to the representative of Kuwait and the Islamic world. This is somebody who actually works with many different nationalities, the consulates and representatives of different countries. They've said USSR was originally a Christian country, therefore Ukraine is a Christian country. And the president took part in pornography. He took part in porn videos. He does drugs too. He's also a comedian. Besides, Putin is the greatest leader in the world. We're not going to respect that comedian, that drug addict, and that porn star. We, the Arabic and the Islamic world, are not going to support that. As simple as that. I thought, oh my goodness, they actually know something about it. You see, the Islamic world knows something about it. Then I spoke to another lady, a Ukrainian lady, who's over here in the United Kingdom, a very successful lawyer back at home in Ukraine. She said, Anastasia, why on earth did they not come up with an agreement? Who on earth allowed for this to have happened? The population of Ukraine is probably 40 million something, and the population of Russia is 140 million something. She said, who on earth allowed for this to happen? They're going to wipe us off completely and utterly. This is a successful lawyer from Ukraine. My presumption, correct me if I'm wrong, someone who's completely and utterly arrogant, someone who's inadequate, perhaps a druggie who thinks that the world is their oyster, allowed for this to happen. to be honest with you, because any other adequate human being who's got the adequate brain and the adequate cognitive faculties would try and get this resolved as soon as possible, to be honest.